right, so I am Samantha Gasson. I own Bull City Farm with my husband Scott Stirrup and our children. We are in Rougemont. We're in pretty much the furthest north and east you can go in Durham County. We have a diversified livestock operation. We do pastured pork, pastured turkey, broilers starting this year. We have some geese that I don't know what we're doing with, nothing really very useful. And then we also do herd shares. Oh, and we also do eggs and lamb as well. Yeah, so we've had a couple of grants from the ag development guys. We were lucky to be sort of on the wait list the very first year when somebody backed out. So we didn't get accepted initially, but because somebody backed out, we were on the wait list, and so we were able to get a grant that actually got us partially paid for these walk-ins. That year, I think the most you could get out of the grant was like, I think it was $2,500 or something, because it was the first year. So that basically paid for shipping for these. Every little bit counts. And it's sort of interesting that our most recent grant it will be working with this particular fridge and freezer. The freezer's over here, the fridge is over there. And the fridge we're going to convert the fridge into a freezer, and then we are going to build a kitchen right here. So the grant, actually the whole project, the grant is not paying for the whole project. The whole project included putting up the pole barn and pouring concrete and enclosing this area, so we'll have a certified kitchen. And then turning that fridge into a freezer, and then using the refrigerator unit from this to make sure that we have in our cutting area a cold space, so it's going to be kept pretty cold, so we'll be using that unit for that. And I really like that Durham County offers this, because it's really helpful for us as small-scale farmers. Every little bit counts. So when you can have the support of your county, especially because Durham is not really it's an urban county, it's not a rural county, so there's not a lot of help for farms, because people just don't think there are very many farms. But over the last 20 years or so, we've gone from sort of switched from being more larger ag, growing tobacco and all that kind of stuff, and now there's a lot of small-scale farmers who are doing their own sort of niche-y cool thing. And you've got people in within the city limits who are now receiving grants and doing projects. We're all doing our bit to feed our community, which really became very obvious during 2020 when people were trying to look for local food because they couldn't find food in the grocery stores. And then, this type of grant really helps those of us who are smaller scale be able to get food on people's tables. So I feel like the grant process was really pretty simple. We've received quite a few different grants, and they vary and the difficulty of reporting. I feel like Soil and Water has done a wonderful job. Our first grant was with Mike Dupree, and then our second one was with Sherry, and they're just both really great people. And just the folks over at Soil and Water are really helpful. And we've received some other funds from them, associated with some of water and stuff like that, like fencing out animals from water and stuff like that. So I've always found them really easy to work with. Lisa and Eddie are great too. It's just they're great people, and it's a great organization, and we're lucky to have such an active Soil and Water who they really take an interest in every sort of farming, whether you're a big guy or farming hundreds of acres of tobacco and corn and soybeans, or you're like us, doing our own sort of thing over here in Rougemont. They're there for everybody, and I really appreciate that about them, and I feel like we're really lucky to have them. We have a website you can go to, which is bullcityfarm.com, and then we're also on Instagram and Facebook. We don't do Twitter because I don't like it, and we're not going to, because I'm in charge of all that stuff, so we're not going to do it. But we're pretty active on Instagram. I'm not that good at Facebook, but you can pretty much find out everything we're doing. We also have a newsletter that we send out weekly that has all of our new things that we're offering on the farm, whether it's new herd share openings or summer camps or classes classes or whatever. There's a lot of stuff going on.